So today is the day. The stay-at-home initiative starts today. So for the next month, there's going to be 9 free games available to claim for free to download and to keep forever. And then at the end of the month, there's going to be an extra bonus game, which is Horizon Zero Dawn, which is then going to be available a little bit longer. But however, today's video, we're going to be talking about the PSVR stuff, going into a little bit of detail about stuff. Simply because I swapped my PSVR for a Quest. Because the Quest is wireless and you don't need a camera in order to play it, you don't need as much space and it's just a lot easier to use, and funny enough, it was the same price. But before we get into all the details, if you guys are looking to pick up a new controller, a custom controller or modded controller, make sure you check out the sponsor Controller Mods. There's a link in the description that will give you a discount, and there's a discount code as well. Definitely worth having a look at. But let's get into the games. There's actually 4 VR games that are available to download as of today. One of them is also available to play in non-VR, which is pretty cool. But let's start with the main one that I think everyone is going to enjoy the most, and it's a game called Moss. Now, the game looks so cute. The only thing with this, it's a single player game. It's a VR adventure. It's more of an experience, in all honesty. It takes about 4 hours to fully complete. But when you play Moss, you meet a little character, a little mouse called Quill. He's full with dreams and greatness, and basically you get to explore the woods and you have to look for a mysterious relic, and when you do so, an ancient magic is awakened. You can see with like the trailer and the snippets in the background, it does look like a pretty cute game. Basically, you found out that your uncle's in danger and you've got to try and save them by going out on an epic journey. As well as the story side of things, it is a puzzler. Pretty much you have to travel through different realms, solving challenging puzzles. It's also got a decent battle mechanic by the looks of things, where you have to battle menacing enemies. Seems like everything's kind of against you, but at the end of the day, you gotta go save your uncle. This game, it does look pretty cool. I think with VR games, I always enjoy more when they're multiplayer, and I do enjoy replayability. With this one, it doesn't seem like it's got anything that would make you jump on it after you'd completed it. However, 4 hours of gameplay in VR can feel like forever, so chances are it ends up getting broke up, so it'll probably last you a few days until you fully completed it, but looks pretty cool nonetheless. Next up, Astrobot. Astrobot's a VR platformer, which I love Astrobot. It's so cute and quirky. Again though, it is only single player. I think with a VR version it'd be great if one person could play in VR and somebody else could play just using the TV and playing it normally, but unfortunately it's not something that you can actually do. Again, with this one, the story for it, it's not exactly a narrative story as such, but if you think like Mario style, where you just kind of got to get to the end of it and save whoever, it's about 7 hours to fully complete, but there is loads of replayability with all the collectibles and stuff, and pretty much you got to go on an epic adventure and save all your robot buddies all over space. The PSVR version looks amazing. The PS5 version is absolutely fantastic. And Astrobot, if you've never played it, is definitely one that I would recommend. Next up, Paper Beast. Now, Paper Beast, it looks very arty and it's very quirky. It's a little bit different than most VR games. And pretty much you experience a dreamlike odyssey in virtual reality. Again though, it is only fully single player. It is quite story driven as well. Basically, you discover a wild ecosystem born from lost internet data, which if you read that when you were looking at a game, you'd probably skip past it. But it looks pretty quirky nonetheless, and I think the good thing about this, with it being a VR game, is the fact that it's got a sandbox mode, where literally, rather than getting a couple of hours experience and then you've kind of done with it, delete it, you can kind of jump on this and just mess around. It is a second game mode, so you can play through the main story or you can jump on the sandbox mode, and pretty much you just get to rein in your creativity in an experimental kind of space. It sounds pretty weird. You shape the terrain, you can play with the weather and have fun with the plants and creatures, create hills, you can make like the wind freeze the lakes and stuff, which is pretty cool. Pretty much anything that you can do in your imagination, you can kind of do in the game. Everything has got consequences though. Creatures in the game do react to you in real time, which is a pretty cool experience. However, the fact that it's kind of papery stuff makes it a little bit weird, not gonna lie. But the final one is a game called Thumper. Now, this game is available to play in non-VR, so if you do like the look of it, don't worry, you can play it if you don't have a VR headset. But definitely all 4 games that are VR compatible, or you need VR to play it, add them to your library anyway. If you don't have a VR at the minute, if you get one in the future, you never know, at least you've got some games kind of lined up, ready to play. But Thumper, it's a rhythm game with violence. Pretty much you're a space beetle, and you've got to brave the hellish void and confront a mechanical giant head from the future. Yes, I know it sounds pretty weird. Again though, it's only a single player game. However, it is pretty much endless. As long as you don't die, you can pretty much go on forever and just carry on going until you get bored. So it's something that hasn't got a time limit on it as such. It's not a timed experience. It's just however long you can kind of survive in the game. But those VR games are available to download and play as of today. Curious to see what you guys think. Out of all four, which one are you most looking forward to checking out? But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. But thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you next time.